On this episode, we're talking everything we know about the new, hotly anticipated Lego Batman game. Let's get into it.
Yes, that's what I call saving the city again.
Batman, what are you doing?
I'm Batman-ing.
I'm Batman. I'm awesome. I got a 9-pack.
Stop it!
We have a signal now for when I'm needed. But when that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning. To them.
Yes, sir. Welcome to Beyond the Bat Signal. I'm your host, Dominic Yanika. Join me as we dive into the depths of Batman's lore, dissecting the Rogues Gallery, and uncovering the stories of our iconic vigilante known as the Dark Knight. Beyond the Bat Signal is a proud member of the Batman Podcast Network, hosted by Batman on Film. Check out their website, Batman-on-film, so you can see a whole list of shows that are mainly Batman related. Heck, there's one that's even like Spider-Man related. There's one that's even video game related. Go check it out. There's so many shows I highly recommend. And my voice is cracking as I say this, but I do recommend. Now, with that being said, we're getting into the new, highly anticipated Batman Lego game. I am absolutely psyched about this, and I think many fans are. So we're going to talk about everything we know and why it's so hotly anticipated. And I think it's something that all fans are going to love and enjoy. Now, this next Lego Batman game might actually be the biggest Batman game ever made. We're talking over 100 suits, more than 20 vehicles, a huge open world Gotham, and villains from across pretty much Batman's entire history. And today, I'm going to do my absolute best to break down every single confirmed detail so you know exactly what's coming before it launches in May. Now, I mentioned that this game launches in May, but when exactly? May 29, 2026, it launches on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC. So PC is pretty much like Epic Game Store, Steam, and a Nintendo Switch 2 version is confirmed, but with a later release date that has not been announced just yet. But both standard and deluxe editions, so there's going to be 4 editions, and 2 are on physical copies, and then 2 are digital. However, the 2, like let's just say it's physical and digital. There's 2 standard. So there's a standard edition for the physical and digital edition, and then there's also the deluxe editions, which is physical and digital. Therefore, there's 4, and they are available for pre-order, and purchasing either of them gets you the Dark Knight Returns Batsuit at launch. So that's the first thing you need to know is if you go on the PlayStation Store, I am a PlayStation user, or if you go on the Xbox Store, doesn't matter, and you pre-order it right now, you get the Dark Knight Returns Batsuit at launch, which is kind of a nice little added bonus. The deluxe edition pre-orders have also received 72-hour early access. So instead of playing it starting May 29th, you're going to start playing it May 26th. 72 hours, 3 days. It's a nice little head start to get going on, I think, one of the highly anticipated games. And honestly, there is so much that I feel like us as fans have no idea what to expect. They've revealed quite a bit, but do we really know what to expect? I'm not sure. I just know that there's a lot of Easter eggs, and I can't wait to dive into this game and find everything out. And I feel like this is going to be a game that has high replayability. Now, the game narrative and the story. So what do we know so far as to what has come out through the trailers and what game developers have said? This game is an original story that follows Bruce Wayne's journey from his origins. And you can kind of see that at the start of, I think it was one of the first trailers, where it almost gives like a Batman Begins-esque through his journey and his origins to becoming the Dark Knight himself, Batman. And it's what it seems like is it's blending decades of Batman lore from films, TV shows, comics, and even previous game lore. Like, it seems like they're incorporating Batman 89, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, from what I've seen, Batman 66. And then there's even like, I mean, the biggest element as well is, I mean, that they've really adopted is the whole Arkham combat sequence. And then, heck, there was even one trailer that had Joker. If you all remember the Arkham Asylum intro where Batman races in with Joker in the passenger seat, brings him to Arkham Asylum, and then you see Joker getting rolled into Arkham Asylum. And that is a page right from that video game. And it's being included into that Batman Lego game. So unlike past Lego games, Batman Lego games, that lean more towards humor first, this one tries to aim and give players more emotional beats, narrative flow, and in my opinion, it seems like it's going to be memorable scenes. And we're going to talk about those memorable scenes in just a bit, because we just saw a trailer that came out regarding the Joker that, oh my god. But now, at the same time, so it's going to include all that, but still keep the Lego signature playfulness. And you can kind of tell, like, something as simple as the penguin duck, still, like, it's a penguin duck that drops and then it's squeaky, right? Playful, cute, but still gives that penguin-esque, Batman-esque, like, it has that nice little vibe. And it's fun for both adults, kids. You can kind of get that sense. Now, we've already seen bits of this in the promotion material, where, you know, they're showing training sequences and then references to iconic movie moments, i.e. the Batman from 2022, where Batman's walking towards Penguin's car and it's like kind of that upside down shot. Totally dope. Love it. Now, what else is included? Well, it's also going to be open world Gotham City, and there's going to be quite a few locations that are confirmed. Now, the game takes place in a fully explorable open world Gotham City where players can grapple and glide across rooftops. Again, I'm telling you, this looks and has the vibe of a Batman Arkham game, but in Lego. You know, you can drive vehicles through the streets, which is so sick and so exciting. And we'll talk about what you can use and what you can drive with in just a second. And then obviously that there's going to be random crimes, like side missions. That's from my understanding. Now, with the open world locations, what are they including? And this is just based on promotional material, not from anything else. I'm not getting it from rumors, but Arkham Asylum, Ace Chemicals, Botanical Gardens, Gotham Museum, Haley's Circus, Iceberg Lounge, Shrek's, and Wayne Tower have all been confirmed. Okay, this is through trailers, and it's from the Lego Batman site. So, which already my interest is peaked. I mean, right away you see Ace Chemicals, heck yeah. Arkham Asylum, heck yeah. Haley's Circus. We are going to get a nice look at Robin's origin story in a video game, which in my opinion, correct me if I'm wrong, is that not a first? Except, well, I mean, you can look at Arkham Shadow, little different. You can argue that that might be his origin. So, yeah, but so close together. So exciting. Next, there's also going to be... Now, by the way, these places, they're going to provide a variety of missions. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of collectibles and side activities that we're going to be able to do within this. Can't wait to see the Easter eggs that have been planted throughout that. Because I really feel that the game developers here took their time, and I just feel it through the trailers that there's so much love that's been just poured into this game, and it's going to be given to fans like on a freaking platter. Next, speaking about giving things on a platter, talk about playable characters and their abilities. So as of right now, which I am recording February 28th, the official confirmed playable characters are as follows: Batman, Robin. And in my opinion, I think it's going to be Dick Grayson Robin, and then maybe that changes afterwards. Nightwing, Batgirl, Catwoman, and slash Catwoman, not only just Catwoman, but then turns into a cat. And Talia al Ghul, and then there's also Jim Gordon. So they are going to bring their own unique skills and their own signature gadgets to the gameplay, which is going to be pretty sweet. They kind of shared a little bit with Catwoman, where you can kind of turn into a cat and then kind of go through some tunnels. That's going to be pretty interesting. Catwoman, you've seen some gameplay with her. I'm pretty excited about this. So not only they're going to look different, but they're going to feel different. They're going to play different to some degree. And then some of the gadgets that have been confirmed, Batarangs, Robin's line launcher. I believe there is, oh my God, I'm forgetting it. It's from Arkham Asylum. Actually, the whole Arkham series. I'll get back to it. But Jim Gordon's foam sprayer, Catwoman's whip is just to name a few. Now, these are obviously going to tie into the missions, the combat, and also help with solving puzzles. So that's going to be pretty big. The villains. Here we go. Confirmed villains and Batman's rogues. And just remember, Batman's rogues, the deepest rogues lineup, in my opinion, compared to any other superhero. And I feel like there's more to share. But we have the Joker. And when it comes to the Joker, it looks like there's Jack Nicholson's Joker, Heath Ledger's Joker, and if I'm not mistaken, it looks like Mark Hamill's Joker. Yeah. The Penguin, Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze, and we're talking Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. Hell yeah, I'm here for it. There's Two-Face, Firefly, Ra's al Ghul, and Bane. The Bane looks like it's from... It has to be from Dark Knight Rises. So this lineup already is going to give players a tremendous variety of boss fights and even some side encounters. I'm not sure what's going to be the main boss fight, but it looks like Joker's going to be the top dog when it comes to getting through the game. That's just the vibe I'm getting. But each with obviously unique attacks, patterns, motivations, and it really is going to open up the story for, I don't know, it's going to be pretty interesting. And I wonder, are they going to have like Poison Ivy from Batman and Robin pair up with the Dark Knight Rises Bane, or are they going to have it as two different stories, right? I don't know. It should be pretty interesting as to how this all goes. Side note, the explosive gel is just called explosive gel. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's late at night and I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep. Anyway, explosive gel. I've seen that in the trailers and I'm here for it. Looking forward to it. But yeah, have you guys even checked out these trailers? If not, highly recommend. Super entertaining. Not for anything, but entertainment value. Totally there. Highly recommend. Tell me if I'm wrong. Okay? But yeah, next up, there's combat system and gameplay system. So what we're looking at is an Arkham-style combat system, and it's been proven time and time again. Like, if you've played any of the Arkham games, you know that this system is fluid, it's engaging, it's fun. Heck, some of the best games copied Arkham. And we're talking Spider-Man 1, 2, plus the Miles Morales games. We know it. And it just works. It flows. And it's so much fun. It's fluid combos. There's, like, even the counters. The counters made me feel like I was Batman. The fun takedowns also. And then how they incorporate the gadgets. And even just, like, using something like the grapple hook and just grabbing an enemy and bringing it closer. Saw that in the trailer. That looks pretty awesome. And I'm excited for it. There's also going to be, like, apparently combat's going to feel a lot more intentional and engaging without losing that Lego humor. So I feel like, you're going to see bits and pieces just break apart and have a nice little chuckle here. But then there's also stealth takedowns. I mean, that was a big part of the Arkham series, was the stealth missions, and super important, might I add. The environmental interactions, which we've seen from the latest Joker, where the Joker mission, where Joker's in the museum, and at the end of that trailer, you see Batman and Catwoman just kind of come down right from the ceiling. Now, here's where things get pretty interesting, and I have questions, but some of it's been confirmed. So let's look at the bat suits and the outfits. So the game's gonna include over 100 Batman suits and outfits. Now I'm not sure if it's 100 Batman suits or it's like 100 that includes Robin, Nightwing, Catwoman, Penguin, so on and so forth, even Joker. I'm not sure, but there is 100 outfits that you're going to be able to unlock in this game, and other characters spanning from the wide history. So, like, listen, this is the legacy of the Dark Knight, based on what every developer at TT Games has said. They've poured their heart and soul into this, and they've poured everything when it comes to the legacy of the Dark Knight. And it seems like they didn't hold back when it came to the comics, the TV shows, and the movies. This is all included. And I'm here for it. So what's confirmed in terms of the bat suits? Well, the Dark Knight Returns. So if you pre-order the game, you're getting that. Batman 89, probably arguably the best bat suit, right? Batman from the Dark Knight, Batman from 2022, which love the functionality of this bat suit. Golden Age Batman, Bronze Age Comics bat suit, 0 Year Comics bat suit, the animated series inspired suits. Oh yeah, and then Batman 1966 TV bat suit. I've seen Year One also as a promotion included in this. Rainbow Batman, that's going to be a lot of fun. There's more variations spanning from the movies, so I'm pretty sure that Batman Forever, Batman and Robin are going to be bat suits that are in this game. And honestly, like, what else would you like? Leave it in the comments below. Shoot me an email. Like, what bat suit must they have in this game that has not been mentioned? Is it Batman Noel? Is it from a comic? You tell me. I'm looking forward to it. Like, even from Arkham Asylum, that has not been mentioned from what I've seen, but that's got to be a must, has it not? Anyway, the Golden Age Batsuit, players who connect with a Warner Brothers account, that's going to be unlocked. So if you connect with a Warner Brothers account, you unlock the Golden Age Batsuit, by the way. So I have to include that. There's a lot of customization when it comes to this video game, and from my understanding, you're going to be able to customize the Batcave for sure. And it also kind of, the one good thing about like the customization is it encourages the replayability about this game, which in all honesty, even just the Easter eggs alone is going to encourage that. The exploration within each little city. And again, that's because like as gamers and as people who love this series, we appreciate the detail. I love the detail that these guys put into it. And listen, they put their heart and soul into it. It's for them to kind of just, be very sly and sneak it in. But for us to find it, it's a two-way street here. But for me, I appreciate it. And I think that's what makes Batman, Arkham Asylum, and the whole Arkham lore so appealing to me. Anyway, now, when it comes to the Batmobiles and like the vehicles, the Tumbler from the Dark Knight is included. Batman 89, the best. There's no competition, okay? I don't care what anyone says. Batman 89 Batmobile is included into this video game, and I'm all for it. The Batmobile from The Batman, which just looks like a hefty muscle car and just sounds mean, is in it. There's also a Bat Cycle, so even Nightwing's Night Cycle is in it. The vehicles just aren't just cosmetic. I just want to note that. You can call them from anywhere in an open world, and pretty much it's going to be thrown in, so you can use it at any time. It's also going to be part of chase missions, so that's going to be pretty sweet. Also, Lego sets released before the game launch will include a digital unlock codes for golden versions of the vehicles and suits in game, so that's pretty sick. And for those of you that love Zack Snyder, because I saw some stuff that's like, hey, I haven't seen anything related to the Zack Snyder films. Well, the Batman logo set, so Batman vs Superman, the Batman Batmobile, and Batman and Robin Batmobile sets are included So let me say that again. There's Lego sets that you can purchase. Actually, if you go to the Batman Book Club's Twitter page or Instagram page, this guy's already doing Batmobile sets, and he's building, and he's having a blast with it. Highly recommend that you go check that out. Anyway, they have Batman vs Superman, the Batman, and I've even seen BTAS on there, so that's going to be pretty dope. So, the additions and DLC, what to expect, and what's the difference between the standard edition and the deluxe edition. So let's talk first standard edition. So this includes full base game campaign. Obviously, imagine they only include half the game. That'd be funny. Anyway, full base game, over 100 suits, 20 plus vehicles, 250 plus Batcave props and trophies. I love the fact that you were able to customize the Batcave. I feel like people are going to go nuts over this. The Dark Knight Returns Batsuit at launch, pre-order bonus. Now, the deluxe edition. So let's see here. Everything in the standard, plus you get 72 hours early access starting May 26th. So instead of playing it May 29th, you're playing it May 26th. There is a Legacy collection available at launch, including Arkham Trilogy Pack, Batman Beyond Pack, and the Party Music Pack. Wonder what that is. So each pack adds 7 suits, 1 per playable character, 1 Batmobile, and 5 Batcave props. How cool is that? Now, what is the price comparison when it comes to this? Starting with the standard edition. So we'll go US and then we'll get into Canadian prices. So for the standard edition, cost is $69.99 US dollars. Deluxe will be $89.99 US dollars. Now, Canadian standard edition is $89.99 and the deluxe edition will be $119.99. Uchi mama. So, but it all depends. Like, is it worth it to you? Is it worth it to go and get the deluxe edition? Me personally, I'm probably going to get the standard edition. Not going to lie. But there's some hardcore guys that are just like, no, I need every pack, and it's going to be thrown in it. I do like that Arkham Trilogy and the Party Music Pack. Kind of excited about this. So there's also something else that's going to be a Mayhem Collection, which is coming in September of 2026, and that is a DLC. So this is a post-launch DLC that's going to include a new story mission featuring Joker and Harley Quinn escaping Arkham. Kind of sick. Mayhem mode, where the Joker and Harley are playable with unique abilities, and a Sinister pack. So that's going to include 7 suits, 1 Batmobile, and 5 Batcave props. And that's going to open up more of a narrative space, offering players more challenges. It's no different from the Arkham games where they're having challenge packs, challenge maps, and heck, even a new side mission. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And, looking forward to it. And it's a nice little space between when it launches in May to where this DLC is supposed to come in September of 2026. Here's another thing about this game that we need to know about: co-op and multiplayer mode. So local 2 players, split screen, can play co-op supported. There's no built-in online co-op mode though. However, players can use console share play or remote play to play together remotely. So there's that little workaround. Pretty sweet. Me personally, I don't know about you guys, I have never done a co-op mode, and only online. Actually, maybe I have with Gotham Knights, where just random people will just kind of join in, which is it was cool. It was helpful to get through the missions. Let's talk about the Batcave customization just for a second, okay? There's going to be some props, 250 plus Batcave props and trophies to decorate the Batcave hub. I am dying to know, what are you putting in the Batcave? And what would be one item that you are praying that they include? aside from the dinosaur. Like, I think that's an obvious, but something that's so, like, a nice little detail. You're like, nice touch. I'm really curious to hear what your feedback is. So obviously these props are going to unlock as you complete missions, and you're going to find collectibles, and there's going to be hidden objectives that we're going to have to complete and get 100% on. Not only that, once you get all these DLCs and you do the pre-orders or you get the deluxe edition, there's going to be additional items where you can decorate your Batcave. And I honestly think that that's going to be probably one of the most fun parts about it. Now, when it comes to the Lego Batman world, okay, while not fully confirmed, this is just based on screenshots and trailers. And from what I've seen, the one cool thing, the rubber duck Easter egg linked to the Penguin encounters, possible Riddler collectibles and challenges. Oh, however, not announced yet. So this is just more of a theory. Riddler is, I believe, in the game though. So pieces of Gotham inspired by the movies, such as Batman Begins, The Dark Knight Rises, and Batman 89 sequences. Now, speaking of sequences, can we quickly, as I go on the Google machine, talk about the most recent sequence where it was Joker in the museum, and honestly, it was a page right out of Batman 89 where it starts with, "Gentlemen, let's broaden our minds. Lawrence," and man, talk about, it was like almost like a 2-minute trailer. And that trailer alone had me completely sold. I was buying this game. Highly recommend. Just quickly go into YouTube, type in Joker Clown Prince of the Museum, and you will find it. It's already been on my Twitter page. Highly recommend you go check it out. You will not be disappointed. Again, entertainment value alone, but you're going to appreciate that it ties to the 1989 because they are identical from the movie/film to the video game. I can't wait to play that sequence. And again, like, they have their own little spin where you see Batman and Catwoman go into the museum afterwards. I'm wondering if Vicky Vale is going to be part of this, though. I really do wonder. So, because you're going to see that they are including so many beats. The other thing that has been confirmed, it's going to be over 10 hours of gameplay. So there's going to be a lot to do and a lot of customization. I'm sure that we're going to be able to go back and do the replayability on this game. What did they include? And it's almost like, how do you top this game? Like, if you're going to make another Lego Batman game, how do you even top this? So let's get to the wrap-up part, okay? Just to summarize, there's pretty much an open world, and it is narrative driven, no different from any of the Arkham games. Over 100 suits spanning from every era. So I'm assuming that's from the 1966 series, Batman 89, Batman Returns, Forever, Batman and Robin, The Batman, the Zack Snyder Justice League kind of verse, the Snyderverse, over 20 plus vehicles, including the Tumbler and Batman 89 Batmobile and the Batman Batmobile. Obviously, we have a huge roster from Batman's Rogues, and I would not be surprised that there's more. There's going to be customization and collectibles for the Batcave, and DLC coming in September of 2026. So, and local co-op, okay? This game, honestly, in my opinion, is a dream for every Batman fan. How can it not be, right? I feel like every Batman fan is clamoring to play this game, in all honesty. And it's going to be a lot of fun. The only thing is it's not an Arkham game, but this is pretty damn close. I don't know. Mark my words, you have me sharpied on the calendar, May 29th. I am purchasing this game. I'm going to review it. I can't wait to. Really curious as to what your plans are. You going to hold off, or are you excited? Shoot an email. So as we wrap up this show, where can you contact me? Email, at beyondthebadsignal@gmail.com. That's probably the easiest way. Where else? Well, hey, we have an Instagram page, and that's at Beyond the Bad Signal, which I highly recommend you check out. And I'm also on X/Twitter at Beyond Bad Signal. Now, that is it for me. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to shoot me a message at any one of those socials that I've included or the email. But that's it for now. I am jacked up about this game. Hope you are too. My name is Dominic. This is Beyond the Bad Signal, and we are signing off.